Batman issue 48 has a cross-section of the Batcave on the cover, and I believe this is the first time in this comic where we're seeing the Penny and the T-Rex. And this first Penguin story has just honestly, a gorgeous cover. I mean, the coloring, the framing, everything is fantastic. But sadly, there's nothing interesting going on. Not entirely sure, but I think this might be the first Penguin story with actual penguins. Now, the second story is a lot more interesting. It starts with this guy escaping from jail. I'm hurrying to perform an emergency operation. My patient may die. Shut up. And he ends up hiding out inside of Wayne Manor, where he finds Robin and knocks him out. But somehow Robin falls over and knocks him into the grandfather clock, which then opens the door to the Batcave, which then he goes inside of. Yeah, I'm escaping from the law, but there's a secret doorway, I'm not gonna ignore it. And apparently Bruce, meanwhile, is hanging out with Commissioner Gordon, and then when they get the news that, hey, someone broke into your house, dude, Commissioner Gordon's first reaction is to go straight to Batman. It's not like this is a crazy criminal mastermind or something. I'm pretty sure you can just go there with cops and arrest him. But it does lead to a classic secret identity crisis. To the roof. You can help me page someone who can help us capture Wolf Brando, the Batman. Batman? But I'm Batman. What a spot. Anyway, Batman eventually does make his way to the cave, but it's too late. He already knows his secret identity and is going to reveal it to the world, even if he takes him to prison. Robin turns on the projector, which then shows an image of Two-Face, which then startles Wolf Brando. And this is actually the first appearance of Two-Face in this comic. And in the real world, I looked this up, apparently Two-Face did not appear for 5 years before this. He appeared in Detective Comics, which we'll be talking about that eventually, don't worry. But then he appeared like in 2 stories, and then they never used him again until 5 years later in here. And spoilers, in a few issues he makes his big comeback, so maybe like the fact that they used him here reminded fans that he existed, and they were like, hey, whatever happened to Two-Face? That guy was cool, why don't you bring him back? And then they did bring him back, and he was then from then on like a staple villain that appeared way more often probably. So this single panel might have been the reason why Two-Face didn't become a forgotten villain. Then we get a bunch of Batcave shenanigans that is a little convoluted and stupid, but is still a bit fun. What is very convoluted for sure is the ending, where he gets scared by bats, then falls into a whirlpool, which sends his body miles away. He's dead. And then Batman's conclusion is that the Batcave killed him. The final story, there's not much to say except for the fact that I thought it was gonna be like a stupid time travel story again, because it looks like they're going to the future, but luckily it's just like a movie set or whatever, like a futuristic city.